me, Debbie. I am co-founder of One Breath Institute, and today I'm talking about sleep. And maybe you're finding yourself being tired all the time and tired of not getting any sleep. So I'm going to give you some basic information because a lot of times we have to be reminded of the basics, right? And then give you some ideas of how to improve your sleep. And if anyone joins us live and you have any questions about sleep, please put it in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them during this feed. So, why we need to talk about the basics of sleep? It's because we forget about it. Because the average person thinks that between 6 to 8 hours of sleep is adequate, right? And I always wonder, are those sleep studies really for the benefit of sleep or for the benefit of enabling that 9 to 5 job, right? Because if you actually got what you're supposed to get, which is at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night, then how would that affect your work schedule? I don't know. So yeah, I'll reel it back in. So you're supposed to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. And I know you're like, Deb, that's impossible. Actually, it's very possible, and you can very much so do this. You're not supposed to eat right before bed, at least 2 to 3 hours with the whole digestive system, okay? No sugars, right? I mean, even like some teas that have caffeine in it, don't do it before bed, okay? And the reason why we don't want to do that is because things rot in our bodies before we sleep. And I'm using that term so that you remember it next time you're eating something and about to go to bed. Like, we do not want to do that. Even though our digestive system is still working, it is not working at the rate that it needs to. So food and substance molds in your stomach. Gross, right? Yeah. So we don't want to do that in our sleep. And of course, with a phone, I'm talking to a phone right now, having technology and the waves next to our head right here, like on our pillow, or even close to our nightstand, is sometimes a little too close. I'm sure that's hard to find a place to put your phone, or if you even use an alarm clock, that's awesome because that's all that the alarm clock will do. But with your notification settings on your phone, you may be bing, bing, bing all throughout the night. And you may be asleep, but you're still hearing those pings, or you're still feeling the vibration from the phone notification. So if you can, turn off all of your notifications. I'm sure you have a smartphone. It's set up, right? You can set it up to where your notifications or only emergency calls will come through during your sleep time. So why is that important? Because you don't need extra wavelengths bothering you in your sleep. You just don't want that. No. So we talked about getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Talked about not eating before bed, at least, when I say 2 to 3, I really mean a solid 3 hours, right? And what we don't want to do is eat any sugars or caffeine, and not have your technological device really close to you. I know you may use it for an alarm clock, so put it to the side. Okay, so those are the basics, right? Some people say you can exercise before bed. I would disagree. Because exercising gets the cardiovascular system going. And with sleep, we really want to hit that parasympathetic state, right? That really deep sleep. And sometimes that's not achievable with a really intense exercise right before bed. But going into that, you may not be getting sleep because you're not using your body enough, right? We have to release the toxins in our body throughout the day. If we're not releasing the toxins in our body throughout the day, then we can get that achy soreness feeling, or sometimes that can turn into feeling lethargic, right? So more movement. That could be hula hooping 5 minutes. That could be taking an evening walk. My husband and I, we refer to it as a digestive walk, and I got that from my aunt and uncle. You could do any type of movement, right? Just like stretching, something, dancing. Get those toxins out of the body, the gunk, right? Continue the process of the digestive system and filtering yourself. And I would recommend that multiple times throughout the day. Small little increments throughout the day. Just give it a try. Give it a try and just see how that helps your sleep. Just slight movement. I know that many are overthinkers, right? We're like just stuck up here, and you can even feel it like womp, womp, womp when you're laying down, especially if you're stressed. Okay, so breathing is really nice. And I know you're like, oh, Debbie, that doesn't work, but stay with me, stay with me. It does work, and you can just breathe whatever feels right to you. Create your own breathing pattern. Just every single time you take a breath, make it a little longer. Okay? You don't necessarily have to focus on anything in particular. So movement, breath, and have a journal next to you. Have a pencil next to you. Because if you're the type of person that's waking up throughout the night and you have these thoughts and you're waking up because you're thinking too much, write them down. Write them down, filter them out, get them out of your body, out of your mind, out of your energetic field. It will help you stay asleep in routine. Okay? So movement, journaling, breathing, and my very favorite, an entire glass of water. An entire glass of water. Imagine, just like view it as cleansing yourself from the day. Okay? And then also have a giant glass of water first thing in the morning to cleanse yourself of the night. Very important. So now we're going to talk about routine and why that is your number one way to get sleep. If your body recognizes the routine for sleep, it does not matter what kind of day you had. It doesn't matter if you have a headache. It doesn't matter if you're feeling sick. It does not matter. The body will recognize the routine, and your sleep quality will still be good. So, what that looks like for people who are struggling with insomnia. If you're struggling with insomnia, I mean, there's a whole range of things, right? So I'm not going to go into all of those different things. We're just talking about the basics and just a reminder, okay? But if you are struggling with insomnia or just waking up multiple times or having just disrupted sleep, right? That light sleep where you're not in the deep sleep, get into a routine. And what that routine could look like, the foundations of that routine, you can take a shower, right? You can write, you can drink some water, and then you can do your breathing practice and go to sleep, right? No TV before bed. Actually, take the TV out of your room if you have one. Take it out. We do not need images before we sleep. Our sleep is our healing time. Our sleep is our rest. Our sleep is our rejuvenation time. Okay? It is also the time where we are connecting most. We are more able to connect. So dreams are important. We must enter a parasympathetic state, a relaxed state, in order to dream, in order for our hormones to release and do the work that they need to do so that we can filter and process. Okay? Sleep is important. So if you're also not getting enough sleep, take a nap. I know. I laugh at that because I was never a napper. I was such a doer. And that's also because I've trained my body to get that full 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep. I start feeling tired right as the sun's going down, and boop, I'm awake with the sunrise. And that's a good 10 hours depending on where I am sometimes. Where was I going with that? I just lost my train of thought. If you have a question, if you're watching and you have a question, please go ahead and comment, and I'll do my best to see it. Okay, so backtrack, reminder for those who are joining in right now. Movement throughout the day. Shake. Just doing this right now. Shake some movement. You can already feel like the energy in the body just leaving. Water, important. No sugar before bed. No food, at least I say 2 to 3, but really 3 hours. No food like 3 hours before you're falling asleep. Get the TV out of your room, okay? And in regards to the phone, if your phone is your alarm clock, then go ahead and turn off all of the notification settings for your sleep time. It can be scheduled, so it's not something you have to do every day. And do not place it on your phone or on your bed, and do not place it underneath your pillow. Entrust in the process of your sleeping routine that once you get into that pattern, and it may only take a week, really. If you're consistent with it, it should only take a week. Take that phone, that's your alarm clock, and put it at least like a foot or 2 away from you. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need those waves in our sleep. Okay, and then having a routine. What does that look like for you? You know, the hour before sleep time is so important. If you want to do some arts and crafts, do some arts and crafts. If you want to do a reading book, read a book. If you want to shower, brush your teeth, and just take a walk, take a walk. Okay. I recommend, again, not exercising before bed because of the cardiovascular rate, right? We don't want to excite and to release adrenaline before we're supposed to go to sleep. There may be a person that says, oh, well, Debbie, I have to tire my body before going out. Okay, do that a little earlier in the day. Find time. Make time for yourself. There is so much time in the day, and you can choose how to navigate your time and to do it best and wisely for yourself. Have a journal next to your bed or a piece of paper. So if you're waking up, if you're the person that's waking up, filter those thoughts out. Let them be. Let them go. Okay? And so many people think sleep is all about how to fall asleep. But you also have to teach yourself how to wake up. Okay? You have to teach yourself how to wake up. How to wake up is equally important. That's why I always like to end my day with a full glass of water, or begin my sleep with a full glass of water, and end my sleep and begin my day with a full glass of water. We are flushing. We must flush. Okay? Cleanse. So much happens in our sleep, whether you're aware of it or not. So when you wake up, you have your alarm clock, you run to brush your teeth, you're overthinking, you look in your phone, Instagram, Facebook, nope, don't do any of that. Give yourself the space to just be in your silence and with your breath and with your thoughts for the morning. Your thoughts for the morning and how your body feels for the morning will carry on throughout the day if it is not taken care of the moment you wake up. For example, I had the deepest sleep last night. Thank goodness. My daughter fell asleep throughout the whole night. Incredible. But I woke up from such a deep sleep. I'm not used to it because I have a daughter. And I'm like, feeling icky. So what do I need to do? What do I need to do to feel better? First, I have to become aware that I'm not feeling good, right? If we wake up, jump up, and start doing, we're completely ignoring our natural state of being. So stop. Give yourself space. Give yourself a breath. And give yourself opportunity to wake up and show up for the day how you are, so that you know where you are, so that you can best navigate your day, right? So this morning, I drank my glass of water and I welcomed movement, just subtlety movement, because I was still asleep and I needed to wake up, okay? Waking up for the day means more than waking up in the mind. We have to wake up our body. We have to wake up our systems. And we have to wake them up without the coffee. Okay? We have to wake them up without the caffeine. So, your wake routine. Create a wake routine. It's just starting with space. Just 1 minute. Just take 1 minute of space every morning to allow your body to say, hey, okay, this is what it means to feel alive right now, to feel asleep right now. Great. And that's going to look different for everyone. Everyone's routine is different. Everyone's needs are different. If you find yourself working at home, though, I find that for those who are working at home, they're like, oh, I'm tired all the time, right? Because they didn't have that motivation to get up and go do something, right? To get up and get in the car, to go drive to work, to go start work and start their day, to get up, to get dressed, to take a shower, to do all these things, right? You can still do that. The motivation is your health, right? That's the motivation, to feel good in your body, to feel healthy in your body, to feel healthy in the mind. That's your motivation. You don't need to have something to physically go do to motivate you to do better for yourself. So I'm putting a bulletin note for those who are watching. If you are a dreamer, we are all dreamers. But what I mean by that is if you are a dreamer who is having a lot of dreams, okay? Having a lot of dreams and you're not really sure what that means for you and how to navigate that, let me know. I got you, okay? I can help you help yourself understand what's happening in your dreams. And maybe I'll do a dream talk one day soon, eventually in time. Okay. So, what more? What more? What more? What more? Okay. Create a routine, and it could be 3 things, right? It could be 3 things that you do every single day, every single evening, and every single morning. Go to sleep at that time, wake up at that time, and do that for 5 days. 5 days. Make that your priority, okay? Create your routine, go to bed at the same time, literally in bed, no distractions. If your thoughts are being destructive or if your body is being, work through it, move through it, breathe through it, do what you have to do. Just enter the bed at that time and wake up at that time, okay? 5 days. Give it a try. And let me know how it goes. And if you need more personalized assistance, I'm here for you. Oh, the nappers. Okay. I forgot to say, I'll talk about napping. That's probably because I'm not much of a napper. I do my best to learn how to nap. It is a learned behavior for me. And I feel I have witnessed those who are natural nappers to almost nap too much and not have that deep sleep in the evening time, right? So there is a healthy balance. There is so much healing that can happen in a nap. It is not lazy to take a nap. It is very productive to take a nap. So napping's interesting. I would recommend for the active person that has a lot to do in their days, that's making themselves have a lot to do in their days, to take 2 30 to 45-minute naps. And what that could look like is just laying down, just resting, okay? That big chunk of nap during the day could be beneficial for those who actually have a break during the day. Please do not exceed more than, I think, 2 hours, because then you might as well just go to sleep. We only want to enter one REM cycle. one REM cycle. Okay. REM is rapid eye movement, but what I mean by that is it's the release of DMT and it's the complete unfolding of the body to connect. So we don't want to do that too often during the day and at night because then we have to work on grounding ourselves throughout the day. That's why too much sleep can be bad because we're not actually resting and sleeping. The body's not really unfolding and unraveling. We're just connecting all the time in that sleep pattern. So, okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I feel like some questions that are coming through. It's like, okay, well, what about all of these techniques that are like, you don't need sleep. You only need 3 hours of sleep during the day, or I can meditate and not need sleep. I disagree with that. I really do disagree with it. I think that is pushing the body for what, right? Just so that you can do more in life. The key for me that I've discovered with my clients and my community and within myself, that the key is resting. Our world is doing the natural state of living. If we didn't have this phone, this TV, this house, this stuff, our natural state would be to be and to survive. So survival and rest mode. But I'll leave you guys with that. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, and let me know how your sleep pattern's going. Okay? I'm here for you. Until next time, much love.